Coming up on NBC World of Sports, SP Sports Awards announced their 2016 finalists. WeWack joins the Merry Football program. Parramatta Eels' Nathan Peats might be on the salary cap chopping block. China investing into becoming a football nation. And for our play of the day, we will see some of the greatest slam dunks ever seen. Hi, I'm Scholar Sengi and welcome to NBC World of Sports, where we bring you the latest sports news, updates and headlines from around the country and the world. Without further ado, let's get straight into our headlines. It's that time of the year again when our favorite sports personalities are brought into the limelight. The renowned SP Sports Award has announced its top 3 finalists for each category.
33 finalists are vying for this year's SP Sports Awards. After a huge response from the public, a total 138 nominations were received.
Coming off the back of a year in which the Pacific Games were held, and that was probably the single most factor that contributed to the increase in the entries. We received a total of 133 nominations from all sports and sporting organizations. Female Athlete of the Year, there are 3 finalists. In the alphabetical order, we have number 1, Linda Poulsen, number 2, Abigail Tere Apisa, number 3, Toya Whistle. The Male Athlete of the Year, the 3 finalists are Israel Elliott, Ryan Pini, Jack Viufa. Under the category of Team of the Year, we have the 3 finalists. Number 1 is the Men's Touch Team. Number 2 is the Women's Football Team, Soccer. Number 3 is the Women's VAR V12 Team. For the Sports Media of the Year award, we have MTV 2015 Pacific Games TV coverage. Number 2, NBC 2015 Pacific Games radio coverage. And number 3, we have Fidelis Sukina.
Some of the nominees include former hunter Israel Eliab, PNG swimming sensation Ryan Pini and sprint star Toya Whistle. Also announced was the opening to the public for voting on the People's Choice Award, which has been running for 3 years.
For this year's SP Sports Awards, and that award is the People's Choice Award. This will be the 3rd year that the People's Choice Award will be awarded at the SP Sports Awards, and we're very excited about this award because it gives the public the opportunity to vote directly on who they feel should be the winner for this award.
The People's Choice Award is sponsored by FM 100 and will be run through FM 100's SMS system. The 2016 SP Sports Awards will be held on the 4th of June at the Crown Plaza Hotel.
The 2016 NGCB Women's Snooker Open titles was launched in Port Moresby. The National Gaming Control Board have come on board to back the staging of the titles as the naming rights sponsor for a 2nd year.
Over 40 women are expected to compete in this year's 2016 National Gaming Control Board National Women's Snooker Open title. PNG Billiards and Snooker Association Vice President John Chen officially announced that nominations are now open for all interested players.
Their support to women in sport, and in particular the snooker, has seen the participation by women in this prestigious national event increase every year. This year's event will kick off on Tuesday, May the 24th, and accommodate up to 40 players. Registration and nomination is 150 kina, and if you're already playing in the Port Moresby Pacific MMI Corporation competition, and 200 kina if not playing. 50 kina is to cover your affiliation to the local association and PNGBSA.
The National Gaming Control Board have come on board to support this year's titles with 40,000 kina. This is the second year National Gaming's Control Board have backed the titles.
On behalf of the board and the CEO, I commend the PNG BSA in the drive and code that provides an interactive platform to connect to each other. And I hope 2016 will see more of them promoting our sport and women in sports, and will bring our top ranking players who can participate in a global community for high achieving individuals and leave behind memorable moments.
The growth of the sport looks promising. Last year, the Women in Snooker Association was established, followed by a number of tournaments staged to promote more women's participation in the sport. For a decade, Gewa John has dominated the women's titles. This year, she will face tough competition from the likes of 2015 runner-up Damita Bray, Madeline Kaina.
Parramatta Eels hooker Nathan Peats says his immediate focus is on the team's next game. Despite speculations he'll be forced out to help the club meet its salary cap requirements. Peats manager Sam Ayam has confirmed he received a call from the Eels regarding his client's future at the club.
It's been a week since the NRL handed down its punishment to the Parramatta Eels for its ongoing salary cap breaches. Today the story turned to the players and the fact that the club is going to have to offload one, if not two players, to be salary cap compliant by Friday night's game against South Sydney. Now the name that was thrown around today is Nathan Peats, the hooker here at the club. He's had an incredible season so far this year. The word is that he might be looking to be moved to the Gold Coast Titans. Now this is all speculation at this stage. His manager confirmed that he'd been contacted by the club, and Nathan Peats, to all his credit, still fronted up to his weekly press call. Let's have a listen to what he had to say on the matter.
I had a chat with a few people, but it's out of my control at the moment. I let my manager sort things out, and at the moment, like I said, I'm worried about playing South this week. I enjoy playing against my ex-club, and they're looking for a good game this week as well, so it's going to be a good one.
The news came as quite a surprise to Peats' teammates.
I personally have no clue what's happening there. I've only read what I've read on social media, so I've got no idea, and I'm just going to let the club and him and whatever happens.
I honestly didn't know anyone had to leave, to be honest with you. I knew obviously the news that we're over the cap. I didn't know what the club was going to do. It's their job to handle it. Our job is a footy player, and our job is to play footy in the games.
Time is quickly running out for the Eels. The club has just 3 days to get its books in order if Friday night's match against Souths is to count for anything but pride.
We'll go for our first commercial break and be back with more. You're watching NBC World of Sports.